I hope it poops on you.
It won't. And I can just wipe it on here.
Good morning, lovely people. Last night, I moved the sheep fairly successfully. I wasn't chasing them all over the place this time. They kind of seem to have figured out the program now. But this is what we moved them from. So everything up to this fence here, and then, oh, I don't know, down 100 feet. They were on this, and this is all just trampled down. Hardly anything has been left standing unless it's next to a clump of weeds. But then they stripped the weeds. I mean, look at all of this. They stripped this. They stripped the lettuce, and this lettuce, that lettuce is dead now. It's all dried out. Goose feet. They stripped the wild lettuce. They stripped the buttonweed. They stripped pigweed, and they stripped all the ragweed. I mean, there was a ton of ragweed in here, and I don't even know where to look for the ragweed. Now, if we had gotten them out here earlier in the year, they would have stripped these weeds and killed them, and they wouldn't have even made it to the flowering and seed stage here, like these guys. I'm gonna come back through here with the brush mower, and I'm gonna mow everything down. Oh, they stripped the corn. Volunteers from last year. But, I mean, they just decimated this entire paddock and then trampled down the grass. So as you can see, there's a pretty good thick cover of trampled grass here. There's a chick that is trying to crawl into the hole.
It's super beautiful.
That one's very white.
But looks stuffed up.
This is what the pasty butts look like.
Maybe you should put it.
With our new feed that we got, we've had far fewer problems, but I don't know what it is. We still have issues sometimes. Pasty butt is no fun. So what we do is we clean them up, and then we feed them some grass so that the rest of them aren't gonna get it either. A little greenery can go a long ways to helping them so that they all don't end up getting this. Now, there's another thing that you can do, and that is you need to make sure that your food has no soy in it. All right, soy has an enzyme that your body can't break down, and animals' bodies can't break down, so it can't metabolize it. I believe leads to pasty butt in chicks as well. So soy feed, if you've got any soy in your feed, even organic feed, okay, it's just soy has this problem with this enzyme. Our bodies, other animals, metabolism systems, all right, can't break it down, and that's a big issue. So it's going to cause digestive issues, it's going to cause waste, expulsion issues, and you end up seeing it in chicks with this. Now, our food is not soy, so we're going to have far fewer pasty butt issues than we would have otherwise. With our last batch, I don't think we had any pasty butt issues, so having just one right now so far, that's not a big issue. And it might not even really be pasty butt, it might have just been some runny stuff that then dried, but we're gonna clean it up and make sure to take care of the chicks all better. And eat some grass. So what we're doing with the sheep then is we are taking care of our pastures naturally. We're not gonna go out there and spray. We're not gonna go out there and burn it to the ground and then start over from scratch with just seed. We're going to let the sheep go in there. We're gonna let the sheep take care of the weeds. They're gonna put pressure on the weeds. And while the weeds are out there, they'll eat less of the grass and more of the weeds. So the grass won't have a problem. All of our Timothy, orchard, tall fescue, great stuff for sheep. These weeds are like nutrient-packed multivitamins, powerful stuff for the sheep. So much nutrition in there, and they're gonna go out there, they're gonna eat this, they're gonna take care of the weeds for us and turn those weeds into meat. Most people, you think you wanna burn them out, you wanna spray them and kill them. No, give them to your sheep. Your sheep will eat them, and then your sheep will turn that into meat so that you can eat the sheep. It's this absolutely marvelous cycle of life, right? Our Bielefelders are really nice chickens. We got all these roosters in here, and They'll mess with each other once in a while, but we haven't seen any vicious fights. But one thing that's really nice is, you know, they don't come after the kids, and they're at a stage where they'd be aggressive by now. But they're about as docile as a nice hen.
It would be nice if we had a farm that in woods. It would be incredible and super funny. There would be trees we can climb on, and yeah, chickens, geese.
Well, that's kind of why we put the chickens back here in this, because I wanted them to be able to run around back here. The Bielefelders are very gentle souls. They're very pretty. They get to be very large chickens. As you can see, they're almost, I mean, if the rooster were to stand up and crow, it'd be up to Thane's waist. They're just very curious. They like to walk around and check us out. He's got a very mature sounding crow. They are now on this pasture, and you can kind of see them barely out there. They are just gorging themselves on rich, nutrient-packed weeds. We just planted this year, and look at all the weeds that came up. So we got everything out here that we need all throughout this pasture. What we don't need is to be wasting this nutrient-rich, packed food and not turn it into something that we can actually use. You and I, we're not going to eat wild lettuce. We're not going to eat pigweed, buttonweed. We're not going to eat ragweed. Disgusting. But the sheep love it, and the sheep will eat it. Look at them going to town right now. See all those stalks out there waving? You know what they're doing? They're putting pressure on the weeds. They're trampling down the grass. The grass will come back, no problem. And they are devouring this nutrient-rich paddock full of weeds. When I first learned about this concept of regenerative agriculture, regenerative farming, raising animals naturally and working with nature, the lights came on. Every problem that we've faced since then, we've asked, all right, what's the natural solution to overcoming this obstacle? So one of three things you gotta do. So first off, you can go, no, I will not accept this. I'm going to bulldoze over this thing. Nature, whatever, I'm gonna have it my way. And that's the way that most agriculture is done. Most agriculture in the US. The other way that you can do it is you say, all right, how can I work with nature to overcome this obstacle? Has nature given us a set of tools? Are there animals out there that'll take care of this problem? Are there insects that are natural predators of these other insects? What can I do to overcome this problem naturally? Not working against nature, not trying to bridle and saddle nature. The other thing that you could do, and this is what you just gotta do. You go, okay, nature, this is the way it is. We'll let it be. You know what, I don't like it, but it's not gonna kill me, and I can deal with it. What we're trying to do, and what I've seen it work elsewhere, and I expect that in a year or two we're gonna see phenomenal results. We're trying to take care of this land naturally, working with nature, not against nature. So we don't need to go out and spray and kill or burn all these weeds. Our sheep will eat them. And in the meantime, they're giving us something back that we really desire, which is wholesome, natural, but dare I say, better than organic? I don't know. What we're really trying to do here with the chickens and the non-soy, and what we're trying to do with the sheep and taking care of the pastures naturally instead of spraying, is we're trying to be better than organic. Better than even 100% organic. Because you can have 100% organic and there can still be soy in there, full of enzymes and all sorts of stuff that your body cannot digest. All right, I want to show you something. This is where we had the chickens, a couple weeks ago probably. They were all throughout here. The grass is coming back. It's coming back greener and richer than before. The nitrogen-packed fertilizer that the chickens so kindly laid down for us and spread very evenly is soaking into the grass. It's gonna add nutrients to the soil that it needs. But let me show you where we started these guys. We started these guys all the way up here on the edge. And yeah, you can see there's still some trampled stuff there, but if you kind of scrape it up, you can see the green underneath just waiting to burst forth. And this lush green grass, which we already need to mow again, is what you get from that. And next year it's going to come back thicker and stronger than this year. But I mean, that's just awesome, you know, your own personal lawn care fertilizer. So chickens do a lot for us. They cut down on the insects, they fertilize our pasture, our grass with some of the richest fertilizer known to man.